Okay, so we're winding up talking with my Aunt Ellen. Would you like to share any memories that you have of your mother's family, the beautiful family that I have the photograph of? I know a little bit about everybody, but I don't know a lot about anybody. I'm especially interested in your grandparents as much as you can remember about them, because I come from them as well.
Yeah. Well, she came from a pretty big family, and you have a copy of that photograph
Right.
of the whole group.
Right.
2 brothers and 4 sisters. And it was a warm, lovely family. My father came from a much smaller family. There were just 3 siblings, I'm sorry. Aunt Fanny, Uncle Max, and my father were the 3 people from that family.
Fanny, what was her name, her married name? Did she
I really don't know.
You lose contact with her? How long did she live?
Completely. Well, because my father and she had a fight or never got along from the beginning. I don't know which, but he didn't want to know her. And,
I see.
And so there was no contact there.
So if there's anybody who might know about that family, it might be my father's cousin Ed. Maybe they're still in contact.
Yeah, that's right.
And was she a younger sister?
I don't know. I think that he was the oldest of the 3. Abe Golden, my father, I think, was the oldest of the 3.
Do you remember much about your mother's parents?
Just I have a very vague memory of her mother.
Mm-hmm.
She was a very old lady, and she had to be taken care of. My Aunt May took care of her, but she was a pain in the neck. She kept saying, "Eat, eat, eat." That's all she was interested in, getting us to eat like little animals. But she was big and fat and ugly. I thought she was a really ugly looking dame.
She is a very imposing, cuts a very imposing figure in that portrait, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah. She was heavy set.
And how about your mother's father?
Well, he was a very good-looking man. He looked like a professor, and I just wish I had the photograph of him I used to have.
I have one photograph of him with Lewis that was sent to me by Lewis's family.
Oh, good.
Which I could, once again, one of these days we have to get you where there's the internet so I could show it to you. But
oh, that's
right,
great.
I have one from the old, yeah.
Yeah, well, I have no idea what happened to that picture of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's really sad, because it was the picture of a very dignified and handsome older man who knew what he was about.
Can you say a little bit more about him and why he knew what he was about?
Well, I don't know. I know that there were some funny stories about him trying to milk a cow, and the cow got angry at him. But he was a good father, very very loving, giving kind of father, and they lived in. What was the name of that city?
Pottstown?
No, not Pottstown. Carlisle.
Carlisle.
They lived in Carlisle.
Where Dickinson is. Do you know anything at all about their parents?
No.
Your great parents?
Not
no?
a thing.
Okay. And how about your father's parents? Do you have many memories of them, or are you able to say what sort of people they were?
Well, the mother was a commanding figure. She ran the house. She ran the roost, and the father was a gentle, kind of scholarly man, who really was very very sweet to his son and bought a lot of books for him and saw to it that he got what he wanted. in spite of his wife's disapproval. And he was a very sweet guy. And I remember we were running around in somebody's car at one point when I was very young, and he was running after us trying to stop us because he thought it was dangerous. But I don't remember much else about him except seeing him put on this thing on his head.
Right, I do it every day.
What is it called?
It's called tefillin.
Tefillin.
My father also says he remembered watching him wrap himself as a child.
Yeah, he did that every day.
Sure. Did they either of your grandparents speak Yiddish to each other, or were they English speakers, or did they speak
I don't
Polish?
remember what they spoke to each other.
Okay.
They probably spoke English.
And do you know anything about his or her parents? Oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.